Hey everybody, welcome back to ArrrCee, where I'm trying to keep good games alive. I'm ArrrCee, and today we're checking out Star Ghost on the Switch. It's a great name, Star Ghost. Just it sounds like an old, like Space Ghost, kind of old superhero type of, I don't know. I really like it. Sounds old school. And I feel like that really plays into the theme here, because this is an old school feeling game as well. Want to point out, great title theme, by the way, with the music here. Music by David Wise. You may know him from the many, many, many games he's been involved with over the years, especially with his years at Rare. Lots of great tracks that he has created. But regardless, yeah, Star Ghost, let's jump right into it. This is a very arcadey, almost Atari-inspired shoot-'em-up game here. Believe it or not, it's even got like a little bit of, well, I'll leave it here. Let's just jump in so you can check it out. So basically you play as this ship up here on the left side here. And again, this game is very arcadey, very Atari inspired, very easy. The only thing you have to do is you launch by holding A, and you go up and down like this. You tap A to go up, you let go to go back down. Your ship actually automatically shoots. The only other thing that you can do is you can point up on the control stick to move your bullets up, and push down to point them down. And that's it. As you kill enemies, you get these different bubbles to collect. These are basically weapon upgrades, health, that kind of thing.
Fire rate upgraded.
So that one was fire rate. So you can see I'm firing just a little bit faster now. And you want to collect these little blue circles here, because these are actually upgrade points that you're going to use at the end of every level here. But really, besides aiming your bullets here up and down, this is a one-button game. Here's the end of the level. At the end of every level, you have the chance to fly into one of those circle of, well, it's kind of like a ring of blue circles that you want to collect for upgrades. So you can see here at the end of every level, you have the chance to upgrade. We have 29 at the moment. So what do we want to upgrade? Let's upgrade spread. And you only get to pick one, unfortunately. But at this point, now I'm going to shoot 2 bullets instead of just the 1, and you'll see it in just a moment. We thrust up to start the new level.
Get ready.
And here we go. Sector 1-2. And you can see how many levels you have in each sector at the very bottom there. Bottom left, you can see we're on 1, or we finished 1, we're now on 2. And in the top left, you can see your score. As we're killing enemies, that goes up. Oh, we want to, we're too far. We can't grab the that spread power up. But below the score, there is a little bar that's blue that keeps growing. That is your progress bar. Once that reaches the end, it turns green, and the announcer, she says, your weapons are saved, which means your weapons will not tick down anymore. Oh, there we go. Oh, taking a hit. Taking a small hit there. Not a good thing. Let's grab this health here, because we need it. Because that's one of the twists of this game here. One of the twists is that you actually, as you're playing, your weapons actually tick down. So your health does not tick down. Your health always stays at the top. But you'll see in the middle here, the rate of fire that's represented by the green circle there. That's actually at, we'll say it's at about 3/4 right now. So as you keep flying, that actually ticks down, and it keeps downgrading unless you keep collecting upgrades. Let's see, what do we want to pick here? Let's do traction.
Traction field upgraded.
Yeah. Yeah, up we go.
Get ready.
There we go. Now you can see our spread has gained. Now, what's really cool about this game, it definitely becomes a one-button game after a while, because once you get a big enough spread and you're showing off, or rather shooting off pretty much the whole screen like you are here, there's really not a whole lot of reason to start aiming. There we go, we got optimum fire rate, we got the highest fire rate we can get. God, we gotta stop bumping into those enemies though, it's not good. Really throws everything off. But yeah, going into enemies or whatever, that will take down your health. If you run into any of the sides, that will take down your health, unless it's like the size that we're currently looking at now. Like right now, we can bump into this won't hurt us. But if you actually bump into rocks and that kind of thing, that will definitely hurt you.
Sector clear.
And there we go, we finished Sector 1.
Upgrade available.
We will grab this final traction field here. We'll thrust up, we'll start.
System clear.
In system clear, we're going to jump, and we will jump to Section 2. So as you can see, like I've said a couple times already, it's a very simple game, but it's kind of what I really, really like about it. In an age where every game that comes out seems to be like a very, very hectic and complicated game with lots to learn, you know, always a learning curve. This game definitely has a learning curve, but it's like just really, really simple. And it offers a lot of challenge because every time you restart the game, the levels are procedurally generated, so it's almost it's got like, you know, rogue-like elements in it. It's got I guess you could call it a, you know, shoot 'em up rogue light or something. But yeah, the levels are randomly generated as far as the rocks go. As far as what enemies show up, that's random too, because I have played through the different sections a few times, and they have been different. When you play through the Section 2, you definitely are going to see the same enemies each time you enter Section 2, but at what rate, that's what changes. Definitely don't want to hit these rocks here.
That was smooth.
There we go, we did pretty good. Obviously, something we haven't talked about is at the end of every level, they're going to tick up to all of the different, you know, basically how well you did. You know, you can see we did really well against the enemies there. It says we did a perfect. We got 3 stars. Pickups, we did okay. Shield, we did great. And depending on what is in your level, you're going to get different things that they're going to grade you on. Actually, this level here is going to be a different one. You can see by the 2 on the bottom, it's got like a circling asteroid thing around it. That means this is just us going through an asteroid field. So my fire rate and my spread have gone down, which is not good. You really want the spread and the fire rate for this level to keep the rocks away from you, because as you shoot them, they're just going to keep bursting out, sort of like asteroids. But yeah, what I like about this game is it's just really simple. Offers a really good challenge. You actually have 12 sections that you could get up to. I think the furthest I've gotten is Section 4. So it still leaves a lot for improvement. Oh my god, I'm down to 1 shot again. So now I'm going to have to start aiming again, I think. Yeah, I'm down to the bare minimum here of my upgrades. This is not a good sign. But we're almost to the end of this level, so we might be okay. We got a lot of blue things here, though. We might be able to pick a really good upgrade, at least. There we go, we got the ring.
Sector clear. Great landing.
Look at that, 300s in a row, 3 perfects. How great is that? And that's because they're not, they're not grading me on enemy kills there. You know, obviously it's probably impossible to kill all of those asteroids at once. Let's see here. I guess I'll pick spread over anything else.
Get ready.
Here we go into some dangerous rocks. But yeah, it's really cool to be playing a game that is basically just a, you know, Atari-style shooter game that has a lot of the modern, like, you know, roguelike element stuff in it. Random weapons, randomly generated levels. Ooh, I just bumped into the rock. That is a terrible thing to do. Let's see if I can grab this stuff down here without hitting. There we go.
Spread downgraded.
Lost my spread already. Shoot him! You see those red pickups there with the little radioactive symbol in them? You definitely want to avoid those. Those will give you a virus on your ship that will make it so your weapons and stuff don't work like they're supposed to, which is pretty frustrating.
Sector clear. Great landing.
The other thing I want to point out too is that this game runs awesomely. I believe this game is only available on the Wii U and on the Switch. Here we want to go with, I guess, spread again.
Get ready.
So if you want to play this game, you have to have a Switch or you have to have a Wii U. This seems like one of those prime indie games that would have done decently on Steam, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Oh no! Kind of losing myself there. But it's actually one of those games I'm really surprised isn't on Steam. It feels like one of those indie games that would do, you know, pretty okay on the service. Maybe something they should look into. But I don't know. If it's only on the Wii U and Switch, I guess it's a team that pretty much only wants to release stuff for Nintendo. There we go, get that spread up. Kill this guy. Sometimes, oh, I was gonna say, sometimes he gives us good stuff, good drops. Now there's even some weapons that we haven't gotten to yet. One of the weapons that I really like is that there's a weapon upgrade that you can get. It's missiles. So basically, in addition to your regular shot here, you will also shoot missiles along with your regular shot, which is a lot of fun. You take out enemies pretty damn quick, which is a good feeling. Alright, so we got hit kind of hard there, and I don't know if we're going to jump or if we're heading into a boss fight, so we're going to restore here just in case.
Sentinel incoming. Recommend evasive action.
Yep, here we go. This is a boss battle here. So this is the only boss battle I've actually... Oh, jeez, and I got hit right off the bat. It's the only boss battle I've actually seen in the game so far. Gonna get hit again. God, the last time I did this boss battle, it was perfect. Didn't get hit or anything by and now I just got hit twice in the very first part. Just goes to show, guys. Tougher to play a game while you're talking. Just in case you didn't know, if you haven't tried it. Especially when you're trying to concentrate on something like this. Oh, stay away from that bomb. Got half our life, though. We should be okay. Hopefully. Things are going to switch here in a second, and then we'll give it back to the... Oh, there's the virus. See, I just picked up a virus, so now I gotta kind of sit here and avoid stuff and dodge. Oh, there we go. Now I'm really getting hit here. There we go. The virus is now gone. Oh my god, I just picked up another one immediately. It's like he just timed it perfectly.
Game over.
So as you can see, yes, there are some challenges in this as well. Did I even place here? Yeah, 42,480. So I got 5th place here. You can see in a previous game I got 3rd place. But even if when I hit 3rd place, the game was still kind of like, you did okay. So it's pretty funny. And I can see why it's saying that. If you're only reaching, you know, level 3 or 4, and there's 12 levels, that is pretty much just okay. But
arriving in 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's do one more game here. See how far we can go. Yeah, when I started playing this game a little bit earlier, I actually just felt I don't want to use the word addicted because I don't feel like I was addicted to it. But I will say that I definitely had for the first few rounds that I played of it that like, okay, I can't wait to get back into this and, you know, show the game that I can get a little bit further. And each time I play, besides that last round I just played, I've gotten a little further each time. So it definitely feels like one of those games that you are progressing each time you play. You're getting a little bit better, getting a little bit smarter. But while you're talking during it, maybe maybe not so much. Let's see if we can get this ring. There we go.
Sector clear. Great landing. Upgrades available.
The fire rate.
Upgraded.
Here we go.
Get ready.
So, something else to keep in mind with this game, too, is that on the eShop, the Nintendo eShop, it's only $8.99, so it's only a $9 game.
Spread downgraded.
Oh, spread went down. That's no good. And for a $9 game, I feel like there's a lot of variety here, a lot of challenge. Oh, jeez. I'm getting hit by the easiest enemies here. Just might be a sign of my... I'm kidding. Star Ghost fatigue, maybe. It's a lot easier when you get that spread up. That's what we need to do.
Weapon safe.
But yeah, for, you know, for a $9 game, I feel like this is a great little buy here. For those of you who are checking this out thinking like, you know, there's not a lot to it, it's kind of simple. You know, there might be a sale on it over the course of 2018. And if that's how you feel about it, probably a great game to pick up during a sale. Let's see, what do we want to go with here? I'll just jump our fire rate back up here. We should get a spread here, hopefully, in a second. But for $9, though, still, if you are a shooter fan, or at least like someone who hasn't tried one before and might want to try one, this feels like the kind of game that would interest and, let's see, let's grab that. There we go. So we got optimum fire rate, but we do not have much for our spread, which definitely sucks. But yeah, this feels like the kind of game that's like great for newcomers to the shooter genre, but it might also be one of those games where, you know, Atari shooter veterans or arcade shooter veterans come to it and like actually have like quite a bit of fun with it. I definitely wouldn't consider myself a shoot 'em up veteran of any kind. And if you're used to playing more complex games like R-Type and that kind of thing, this may not interest you. But if you're of more of the Atari or old school arcade variety like I am, like 80s shooters, then this might be right up your alley. Definitely want to go with spread here. And we're going to jump in a moment here to section 2. See if we get a little further than we did last time.
Arriving in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, if you, you know, pine for the days of playing, you know, an old school Atari or arcade 80s shooter, this might actually scratch that itch. And if you have a, you know, a child at home that likes games and is looking for something a little bit new, I think this might be something to check out, for sure. Let's grab this traction. Let's try to avoid those viruses if we can.
Fire rate downgraded.
Oh, can I grab this without? Yes. So as you can tell playing through the second round that I'm doing here, that the game is already a bit different than it was last time. There we go, optimum bullet spread, that's what I like to see. This will get us far. There we go. To that bullet spread, that guy flying past me, I'm able to hit him with like 4 or 5 bullets at once. Super helpful. Oh, I wasn't able to get my blue circles at that point. But what do we have to upgrade here? Let's see, what can we get?
Upgrade available.
Only traction. Well, we'll do it. The game where I got 3rd place, it got to a point where I was like, wow, I don't have to really upgrade all of this stuff constantly because I'm just like getting the pickups and the power-ups constantly.
Maximum multiplier achieved.
Was having a pretty good game there. I'm gonna grab this.
Optimum bullet spread.
Because even if you have full bullet spread, you want to grab those power-ups to keep the timer from ticking down on you. My rate is going to go down here in a moment. So hopefully we get another... Oh, there's a virus.
Weapons offline.
Oh, got a second one. Didn't mean to.
Virus imploded. Weapons restored.
Okay. Virus imploded, I'll take it. Collect these. Oh man, I killed that guy just inside. Oh!
Multiplier reset.
And there goes my multiplier.
Turbo multiplier acquired.
Oh man, okay, so that's a new one for me, turbo multiplier. But it's gonna have to wait until next round here.
Weapon safe. Sector clear. Great landing. No upgrades available.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what this turbo multiplier actually does.
Fire rate downgraded. Spread downgraded.
Grab this for spread.
Optimum
There we go.
spread.
I just need one for fire rate. So look at all the asteroids that we can just like take out so easily with this spread like this.
Bucket bonus.
Oh, we absolutely need that health. Thank you. Thanks, asteroids.
Fire rate down. Turbo multiplier expired.
Oh man, I'm gonna lose my optimum spread here in a moment. That went down. Oh. Can't believe that didn't hit me right there. Lots of close calls here.
Weapon safe.
Give me fire rate.
Sector clear. Great landing.
It's one of the other things I want to talk about here too, is just how clean this game looks. Like, I haven't played a round of this where I felt confused as to what was going on, because it feels like the colors and the symbols and everything do a great job of, you know, kind of differing themselves from each other. And like I said, I never feel like I'm lost, never feel like I can't tell what I'm doing. It's just really, really good in that way.
Fire rate upgraded.
Here we go. Fire rate is up, spread is up. We gotta collect more if we're gonna stay in the game here. Got the boss battle coming up here shortly. Oh man, that's a lot of good stuff right there. Oh! I don't like that.
Optimum fire rate.
How about some health? See, I would keep this optimum fire rate and everything going for the boss on the next level here. We'll be sitting pretty.
Optimum bullet spread.
Need to collect some health here pretty shortly too.
Multiplier increased. Fire rate downgraded.
There's some health. Grab that. There we go.
Weapon safe.
Weapon save. Okay, we're looking pretty good for a boss battle here, if that's what we're going into. Oh, did not get my upgrades. Or my blues there for my upgrade, I should say.
Upgrades available.
Alright, what do we want here? I guess we'll do spread, because that has gone down quite a bit, and I'd like to keep that up, so there we go. Let's do it. So this should be our boss battle. Let's try to stay alive here, huh?
Sentinel incoming. Recommend evasive action.
Give this a second try. Hopefully we'll make it through. We'll have a happy ending to this GGRC episode. Oh, jeez. As I get hit immediately. Down we go. Oh. Oh, don't want to pick the wrong way. I apologize if I'm being quieter than usual. At this point, I'm just really trying to stay alive. That way we can actually get past this part here. Oh, there we go. We got some health. No virus. Get the health. Okay, so this is where the bullet hell starts. Oh, jeez. That is not what I wanted. This is where the bullet hell stuff starts here. Things start getting pretty crazy. Oh, man. Virus imploded. We took that dude out. Let's get some blue circles here for... Oh, jeez. Wasn't even able to get him there. Not going to be much of an upgrade here for us, but we're going to make it to Section 3. Here we go.
System clear. Prepare to jump.
So one of the only things that I feel like this game really needs is an online leaderboard. Each game that you're playing of it is a round, and you really need to have online leaderboards for this game, I feel. So that way, you know, you can compare yourself to everybody else and what they're doing. I also feel like this game would do really well if it had some other modes associated with it. You know, it might sort of like justify the $8 price a little bit more if you don't think that this game is worth that. Personally, I think it's definitely, you know, a good price for a game like this. You can tell like a lot of love has gone into it. You can tell that the guys behind it definitely, you know, put a lot of work and effort into this game. But if you're watching it thinking like, you know, oh, I don't know if this is like an $8 game, it's one of those things where I feel like a couple of extra modes might have really justified that price. And oh geez, these little tight areas here suck. Okay, wow, unscathed. I went through one of those areas before once, and I just, like, got obliterated. I'll just avoid those enemies there. And we're at the end of this level. But yeah, it would be great to have, like, you know, I don't know if there's some kind of a boss mode, or maybe some sort of a, like, free control mode. Maybe some sort of, like, ultimate score mode, like maybe you're at ×5 or ×10 multiplier the whole time, but it doubles the speed of your ship. Yeah, like a you know, like a double speed mode or something like that, fast mode. I feel like there's a lot of different things that they could probably do to introduce to this game, as far as like extra little modes and stuff like that to do. There's definitely a lot of modifiers and stuff like that they could introduce, probably to justify the price if you feel like it's you know, not worth the $8 or $9 it is. But for me, a game like this, you know, $9, I feel like there's enough to do in just the core game of it. One thing I do think would be a lot of fun as well is if the game had some sort of a checkpoint system, so that way if you reached you know, the further sections in the game, you could just jump to that point if you wanted to try to take out, you know, say you want to jump right to section 12 and take out the boss, you know. I think that would be definitely something viable to add to it. And one other thing that I definitely thought would be great is, like, just a small achievement system of some kind. Some kind of a challenge mode or system would be really, really good if it was like, you know, destroy this many of this enemy ship, or, you know, get this many of this many upgrades, you know, throughout the game, you know, that kind of stuff. But if you actually had like a challenge mode too, this could be another mode that they add in. Let's do spread, because we're losing the spread here.
Get ready.
Some kind of an awesome challenge mode for, you know, you're only gonna encounter this kind of enemy, you know, destroy this many enemies, or maybe like asteroids in this level come at you, you know, double the speed that they normally do. Try to destroy this many of them within this time limit. You know, just crazy fun stuff like that. Honestly, that's probably the first mode I thought of while I was trying to think of them off the cuff here that would really fit this game as a challenge mode of some sort. See, we're starting to see other... Oh, jeez, I'm slamming into the rocks here. Starting to see other kinds of enemies in here. Here's another pickup right here. Shield generator.
Shield restored.
Wish I actually had that when I got hit just a moment ago, but that's okay.
Fire rate downgraded.
So that's the thing, though. Having a section select or level select in the game, maybe just unlocking the ones that you unlocked in the first place. Like, if you made it to 4, make it so you could start at 4. The game feels like it starts getting faster and crazier the further you get. So, letting the player being able to start on section 3 or 4 later on in the game, yeah, we'll definitely upgrade our fire rate. I just feel like is something nice for the player to get into, because, you know, if you got to start over at you know, section 1 every single time, and the game starts off just a little bit slower, but you used to going a little bit faster, a lot more enemies, used to having a lot more weapons at your disposal, that kind of stuff. I feel like that would be a great option for most players.
Shield generator expired.
But I know I'm talking a lot about extra modes and that kind of thing here.
Fire rate upgraded. Optimum bullet spread.
And I don't want to take away, you know, the work that probably went into and was involved with creating this game, definitely. Like I said, it's really cool the way it is. I could just see the potential, though. I can see the potential in a game like this to just, like, really explore, like, a lot of the other options. Keep collecting these blue bulbs here. But these enemies are really interesting. They will actually start to kind of fall back towards your ship. You gotta keep avoiding them.
Weapon safe.
Nope.
Sector clear.
No blue rings for me. Any upgrades, though?
Upgrade available.
We'll go for it.
Landing feels good. Get ready. Optimum multiplier increased.
Really trying to pay attention here. Apologize for the the lack of commentary during this part. But I feel like there are a lot of things to dodge here, and I am just trying to stay alive.
Spread downgraded.
I know a lot of other roguelike games also introduce, you know, modifiers for the player where you're able to do sort of like, you know,
Optimum fire rate.
sort of like a, you know, if you have this upgrade but then this other thing happens. Here we go, here's the missile thing. I got this before. This is a great weapon. So check out these missiles that just keep continually shooting at enemies. Love it.
Weapons.
And we're going to have that for part of the next level here too. There we go. And I got the blue circles.
Great landing. No upgrades available.
But we will continue.
Sentinel
Oh,
incoming.
here we go. We got a boss battle.
Recommended course of
You know what? Maybe I didn't make it to 4. Maybe I did not make it to the second Sentinel. It's a little disappointing though that it's like the
Multiplier
same
reset.
ship though, or same looking ship. I guess we'll say he was shooting different bullets. Oh geez, he shoots several bombs. Okay. Oh jeez. Okay, 2 in a row. One more set of bombs here, and I should be able to get behind him and do some damage. But yeah, you know, being able to start a level with some sort of a mutator, you know, I don't know, maybe it's like, oh, your shots are worth double damage, but you take more damage from enemies, you know, that kind of stuff. I know a lot of different games do that kind of stuff, and that's probably something that would also benefit this. Oh, jeez.
Offline.
Oh, got hit. Okay, and I'm done. That's it right there.
Over.
You did okay. Let's see what place we got, though. 3rd place. Okay, so I bumped my original 3rd place out of the way. Okay, so that's a good place to go out right there, is by beating my old high score. Almost broke 100,000, though. That's really disappointing that I was about 1,000 away from doing that. Damn! Maybe next time. But there you go, everybody. That is Star Ghost. I think it's a really cool little game. Despite what I've been talking about during the episode, I do think it's worth the money here. I just feel like there's a lot more that they could do and explore with it. I feel like there's a lot of mutator stuff they could probably do with it. There's some other game modes they could do with it. Take advantage of the, you know, procedural stuff. Take advantage of the roguelike elements, and just add a bit more to it. You know, I feel like a lot of games nowadays sort of have it down to a science of things to add into these types of, you know, roguelike style games, and they do a really good job with it. And I feel like this game, it's already like 90% there. It's got the game. It's fun to play. It looks really nice. It's clean. The physics are all there. The gameplay feels good. It just needs like a few extra things in there to really pop out. And an achievement system and a challenge mode I feel like would be really, really beneficial. But besides that, anyway, the game is really fun. I'm having a good time with it. But there you go, everybody. That is Star Ghost for the Nintendo Switch. And I will see you all next time on GGRC.